In this video, we're going through 7 different ways that you can grow your YouTube channel without actually publishing any new videos. Now, before we get into these 7 tips, I do want to go over a couple things that we need to be on the same page about when it comes to YouTube. And the first is that any YouTube channel is not going to grow unless it has some sort of central focus. Now, I'm not going to get on here and preach that you have to have a specific niche and you have to do something specific, but in order to grow, you should have some directionality in what you're doing. But you also don't want to lose who you are in that process. And so in this video, I'm going to be talking about some specific strategies that will help you grow. And with any strategy on YouTube, with any of these tip videos, you don't have to follow them religiously. You don't have to think that this is the only way that you can grow on YouTube. But I want to put some ideas in front of you of things that do work, things that I've tried that have worked for me, things that I know have worked for some other channels as well. And you need to test it on your own channel and see how these concepts work for you. Ultimately, the key is you want to keep your audience happy with the content that you're producing. You just don't want to throw crazy curveballs at them and expect that they're going to want to watch that content. So I was listening to a podcast with Sam Newton recently, and he was talking about how the Peter McKinnon music video that he produced brought in an entirely new audience into his channel.
A lot of people don't expect is when you go viral, there's a ton of baggage that comes with it. I grew 35,000 subscribers in the course of 2 weeks, and they only know me from this one particular video. And
so what he did to get his audience up to speed with what his channel's all about is that he did a video titled "Things Are Changing." And in that video, right up front, he told his audience what his channel is, because he has a whole new batch of subscribers that are watching his videos. And his channel is not specifically one niche. It's not just comedy, filmmaking videos. And that's one thing when you're creating videos, you can have variety on your channel, but you just don't want to throw a bunch of random videos together and expect to grow. You do have to have some directionality with the content that you're creating. As long as your audience knows what you're doing, they're going to come along for the journey. So my buddy Levi Allen recently put out a video that was a day in the life style vlog. And in this video, at the end of it, he talked about how this is not the kind of content he's going to be making. Like, this video is a family vlog. He said right at the end of it, you know, don't be expecting this style of content. Once in a while it might pop up, but this is not what my channel's about. So if you're making a new style of video, or you're going down a different path, or you're changing, pivoting, or something like that, you just want to make sure that your audience knows what's going on and they want to come along on the journey with you. And if you get a huge boost in subscribers from like one video, you just want to make sure to keep people educated on what your channel's all about so that everyone's on the same page. Because ultimately, when you have that kind of communication with your audience, that's where you'll see a lot of growth and you'll see a lot of community building. All right, so enough about directionality and just general how to grow your channel. Let's talk about 7 strategies that will help you grow your channel. 6 of them will be without posting videos. 7's kind of a bonus, and it's a really good strategy. All right, so let's get into number 1. Number 1 is using your community tab. Now, the community tab is accessible once you get 1,000 subscribers. And the community tab is a place where you can send a message directly to your subscribers. So you have a few different options on what you can send. You could do just a straight message, you could do a photo, you could do a video, you could do a poll, or you could do a mix of 2 of these. And what I mean by that is you could put like a message with a photo and then add a link in there to one of your videos. Now, this is a powerful tool because it's a quick way to access your subscribers without actually posting a video. So if you post 1 video a week, what you could do with your community tab is post 2 other posts during that week, and your content is going to be served up in front of your audience multiple times. So if you're scrolling through the YouTube app, the community posts show up just like a video would on that feed. So now your content is being pushed in front of your audience more than if you just posted 1 video a week. So I've done some testing with the community tab, and there's some definite ways that will get your post in front of more people. And what's really cool is you can work with other YouTubers and they could post about your videos, and you're gonna get a bump in views, watch time, and potentially subscribers, depending on if there's good cross promotion going on. So a little while ago, I did a documentary about Belcampo Farms, and this channel, White House on the Hill, shared this video with their audience because Jake genuinely liked the film that I produced, and he wanted to share with his following who are interested in farm topics. Now, this video was a very different video than what I typically produce. However, because of his share, I got a massive boost in views on that video. Now, I've used this strategy in other ways with collabs that I've done in the past where I'm on someone else's channel or someone else is being featured on my channel, and I use this community tab to share those videos with my audience. And one thing that's really cool with the community tab is you can schedule your posts. So you could write out a few posts, schedule them ahead of time, and it's just like your videos where they'll release at the scheduled time. Now, one strategy I've found that's worked really well is post a photo and then add a link to a video in the first sentence of your comment. And what I've found is that if you just post the video using the video feature on the community tab, you don't get as much reach as if you posted a photo with a video link. So I would suggest testing this out for yourself. Post photos, post polls, post some comments, post some videos, and you'll see that there'll be more engagement happening on your feed and ultimately on your videos as well. Strategy number 2 is creating a target video. Now, I hope I don't come across any rattlesnakes because it's definitely that season where they're gonna start coming out. So a target video is you telling the algorithm that this video should be played next. You're kind of giving the algorithm a little push into what video should be played after this video. And you could do this with every video on your channel. So how do you set a target video? Well, it's simple. What is the next video that a viewer should watch after the video that they are watching right now? You want to find a video in your library that the viewer should watch next, and they should be related in some way. So for example, if I did a video on the DJI RS2, which is a gimbal, the next video in the progression would be a video about different gimbal moves that you can do using that gimbal. So it's something that the viewer would be interested in watching after the first video that they just watched. And when this target video is done right, what happens is that YouTube will start suggesting that video on the up next. It will also push that video on the sidebar while someone's watching. So essentially, you're hacking the YouTube algorithm to be able to start serving up one of your videos next instead of someone else's video. And this is a super powerful strategy because when you do this over a bunch of videos in your library, well, all your library will start suggesting other videos in your library, and you'll generate a lot of movement of viewers within your own network, which will help build and grow your channel. So even if you've never set a target video or used this strategy before, you can go back and do this with all the videos that are in your library. Now, once you've selected your target video, you're gonna put that in a few places, and we'll talk about those in the next few tips. Now, the next strategy to grow your channel with content that already exists is your end screens. So your end screens are super useful in that you can send people to other videos within your network of content. So what you wanna do with your end screen is put videos that would make sense for the viewer to watch next. So your target video. This would be a great spot to add your target video to tell YouTube that this viewer should watch this video next. So I typically add my target video at the end, and also when I'm wrapping up my video, I try not to make it more than like 10 seconds, and I always say, hey, next, you should go see this video. And I specifically call out which video they should go watch next. Ultimately, what I wanna do is keep people in my network of videos and going from video to video. Now, some of the other features that you can add on your end screen is your subscribe button, is a channel button. This is where you can send someone to another person's channel. You have a video, like a specific video. You also have your most recent video or best for viewer video. You can add a playlist, you can add merchandise, and you can add links. So when I'm using my end screens, I typically only do 2 videos and my subscribe to my channel button. That's it. Unless I'm collaborating with another creator, then I'll put their channel there as well. And the reason for this is that I only want to send people to my target video, and then the second video that I add on the end screen is best for viewer, because that target video might not be the best for that viewer who's watching my video. YouTube has so much data on each viewer, and they are looking for the best video that that viewer is going to watch next. So if you put best for viewer, YouTube's going to scan your library and find the best possible piece of content that that viewer would likely click on. So sometimes the target video might not be the best video for the viewer to watch next, but YouTube's actually going to find the best video in your library if you use this button. So those are the only two that I ever use, but there is another strategy that you can use, which is most recent video. So if you're trying to drive a lot of traffic to the newest upload on your channel, what you can do is change all of your end screens to be the most recent video. And so this is a great way if you're getting a lot of views on your whole content library to boost your new video. But you just have to come up with a strategy that works best for you and test it out, see what's gonna work for your channel. I personally want to keep people on a path, so I use the target viewer and best for viewer. Now, I do want to mention cards real quick, because cards is another way to send your viewer to your target video, and that's in the upper right-hand corner. So you could use this to send people away from your video to the next video. But the reason I don't use cards personally is that as soon as they click that card, that's a drop off. So that's going to drop your audience view duration at that point, because people are going to be clicking the card. So if you're going to use cards, try to put it in the last third of your video. Don't put them early on in your video, because you want to make sure that your average view duration stays high. You want to make sure that your watch time is high, because those are good signals to tell the YouTube algorithm to keep suggesting this content. If you have a low average view duration, then it doesn't matter what you're going to do, because YouTube's ultimately not going to serve up that video. The next place where you can grow your following without posting anything is in your channel description. I'm sure you're aware you can put a bunch of links in your description, but ultimately you don't want to flood your description with so many different links that people are going all over the place, or they just don't click on anything. So I have a couple strategies when it comes to the channel description. First is that target video we keep talking about. I put that as high up in the channel description as I can. Now, what you want to do with your description is have one or two sentences that tell your viewers what the video is about, and then I'll add the link to the target video. You really want to make sure that that link is seen by your audience. You could do it before the drop-down section. Now, in your description, the first link should be the target video, and then if you have any playlists associated with this video, you should also put the playlist right up top. Now, after that, you could put your affiliate links and everything else, but what the YouTube algorithm wants is for viewers to watch more videos. So I always put other videos on YouTube as the first links for the viewer to click on, because if they're clicking off to a product or somewhere outside of YouTube, it's giving YouTube the wrong signal. It's saying that this video is causing people to leap off. So personally, I would rather have someone go to another one of my videos, because that's going to help tell the algorithm to keep suggesting this content to more viewers. So if you have a bunch of videos on your channel and you don't have any links to other videos in your library, go through and clean up your descriptions and add that target video and also target playlist in all your descriptions, so that your viewers have a place to go after they finish watching your video. The next strategy is using playlists. So playlists are a super powerful tool in YouTube to get your viewers to watch more of your content. So if you have videos that relate to each other, that are similar in style, and they have a very similar structure, put them into a playlist. Or if it's one video after another and it makes sense for a viewer to go from one video to another, your target video, well, put those in a playlist. And when you're using their playlist, there's actually this hidden feature that a lot of people don't necessarily know about. Make this playlist an official series. So each one of your videos can be in one official series playlist. But what that tells YouTube when you put a video in an official series, it means that these videos are linked together. So when you're creating your playlist strategy and you put videos together in a official series playlist, you're giving more data to YouTube to say, hey, after a viewer watches one video in this official series playlist, the next video that should be suggested is another video in this official series playlist. You're just giving YouTube more data so that it keeps suggesting your videos to your viewers. So if you have no playlist set up yet on your channel, this is one thing that you can do right now to start driving some more traffic into your older videos. Put videos that are similar together in playlists, And if you have specific videos that work well together, create official series out of those. Now, a video can be in one official series playlist, but it can be in as many normal playlists as you want. So what I do is I have all my videos in at least one official series playlist, and then I use other playlists to kind of group videos together, depending on how I want a viewer to work through those videos. Now, connecting this with some of the other tips in this video, you want to put playlists in your descriptions. Once a viewer gets into one of your playlists, there's a chance that they're going to watch multiple videos, especially if they're connected right. So if all the videos in that playlist make sense, well, somebody might sit there and just watch all the videos at once. It's going to help boost your watch time and average view duration and all of that. And even if you're linking to a specific video down in your description, if you link to that video in a playlist, then what happens is when someone clicks that link, they go into the playlist and then your videos will automatically start playing next. So a good strategy is when you're adding links into your description, make sure it's a link to that specific target video or any other video, but make sure you're linking to that video in the playlist so that automatically your videos will continue to play after that video is finished. Now let's talk about series. So series are something that you have to kind of plan out, but at the same time, you might actually be creating series already within your channel. So you want to create series on your channel because it helps connect your content in a way where a viewer would be interested in watching video to video to video to video. You look at any TV show, any sort of content out there where it's episodic, there's commonality between every episode. If it's a reality TV show, it's the same format every show. Your favorite HGTV show, the format's not going to change, just the content within it. So you want to think about your content in the same way. You want to have series on your channel. And so if you already have some sort of series happening, you want to make sure to link those by creating an official series playlist and also making sure that the next video, the target video, is one of those videos that's the similar type of format. And so this is something you can look back on your library and start connecting your videos and start looking for those commonalities in structure, in format, in the way that you actually create the videos. And moving forward, you want to create a few series for your channel, styles that your audience will come to know as kind of content that you produce. So one series that I started on this channel was the biggest mistakes YouTubers make. And in that series, I brought on other YouTubers and we kind of went back and forth. So it was a collaboration with a big group. And I tried this over multiple videos. The first one got like 1.4 million views. But then each video beyond that started to get less and less. So ultimately I abandoned that series and I moved on to other series. And this is something you have to think about when you're creating content on your channel. Once you have series set up, you need to test it, and you need to test it over a bunch of videos, say 5 to 10 videos. And if a series performs well, keep making videos in that series because it's obviously working for your audience. But if that series is not performing well, you're gonna wanna shift what you're doing and try something else. And you don't wanna have too many of these going on at once. You gotta remember, there's only so many videos that you could produce. And if you're someone who does one video a week, well, you can only have like 4 or 5 series. Otherwise, you're not gonna be putting videos in those series very often. So what you wanna try to do is put in at least one video a month into each series. The goal with any series on your channel is that it's gonna keep viewers watching. And then once somebody watches one of those videos and they like the style and the way you did it, well, they're gonna go watch the rest of them. They're gonna go into that playlist and they're gonna start watching video after video after video. And that's why you wanna give it a little bit of time to see if a series is gonna take off for your channel. And number 7 is a strategy that combines pretty much everything that we've been talking about in this video, and it is super powerful when it's done right. So what you want to do is take everything that we've done and apply it to collaborations. And so what do I mean by this? You want to do a series of videos with another creator that has a similar audience, and then set it up with all the strategies we just talked about, and you're going to create some massive momentum that's gonna bring a lot of synergy between both of your channels. So let me share an example of how I did this with my buddy Nick Nimmin. So Nick Nimmin has an awesome YouTube education channel, and we had a series that we put together that was 4 videos. It wasn't just one collaboration, it was 4. 2 for my channel and 2 for his channel. Now, what we did is we made sure that when we were planning these videos out, each video built on the next video. So video 1 was about one topic, it built on video 2, which built on video 3, which built on video 4. And in those videos, when we were scripting them and outlining them, we made sure to throw to the next video, and we made sure to inform the audience of what we were doing and how they should move from one video to the next. Now, once we were done, we created a schedule. So I put out a video, then he put out a video, then I put out a video, then he put out a video. And we used that in-screen first video in the description, a playlist in the description. Basically everything that we've talked about, we made sure to go from video 1 to video 2 to video 3 to video 4. And we also each made a playlist on our own channel with all 4 videos in it. So on my channel, I sent people into my playlist. On his channel, he sent people into his playlist. And what happened is this series went viral for our channels. I think overall, we have like 1.6 million views across the videos, and each playlist, my playlist has 50,000 views and his has over 100,000 views. And beyond just views, both of us got subscribers from each other's channel. So there was a lot of people that didn't know about my channel and vice versa, and we were able to educate our audiences on this other person's channel that they should be checking out because it's similar type of content that they might be interested in watching. When you start working together with other creators who have similar audiences as yours, you'll be able to see massive spikes in growth with all of that crossover happening. So I highly suggest one of the things you do moving forward is think about some series that you can do with other creators and work together to build each other's audience and also just bring a lot of value to your community, because ultimately your audience is what matters most. And so you want to make sure that you're making videos that your audience wants to watch and making videos that you enjoy watching too. You don't want to just get sucked up in the algorithm, always making content just because you think it's going to get views. You have to take care of yourself. You have to make videos for yourself. But if you do want to grow a YouTube channel and you want to make a business out of it, you do have to have that business mindset. So you have to think of what's going to help grow my channel and what is going to help reach more of an audience. You got to plan to play both sides at all times because you don't want to get burnt out doing the algorithm stuff, but you also want to grow so you can build your business out of it. It's a balance and you got to find what works best for you. Well, next, I highly suggest you check out this video right here. It's the first video in me and Nick Nimmin's series on how to get your first 1,000 subscribers. And then I also suggest you check out this series here because it's the biggest mistakes YouTubers make and you want to try and avoid some of these mistakes. All right, I'll see you on one of these series.